Hi, and welcome to Starting Strong with Dr. Carolyn Strong. The point of starting strong is to just start some conversations. My goal is never to keep you for more than 5 minutes, just to kind of put some things out there, some food for thought, and then you take them back to wherever it is you go and hopefully have some lengthier conversations surrounding these things. What I've been talking about a lot recently is just kind of coping during COVID, trying to figure out this new normal, as I've been calling it, trying to, you know, figure out how to go to the grocery store and not have a panic attack, how to do some of the things that I can only speak for myself, some of the things that I took for granted and what now requires a lot of planning and time and energy on my part. And what I've noticed that for me, I've had to extend grace to myself and to those around me. One of the things that I've noticed lately for me is that my patience has been super thin. I've had very low tolerance and I have been kind of quick to get there in terms of being fed up with whatever is happening around me. And I've had to kind of stop and reflect on maybe why that was. And I think one of the things is that I wasn't extending myself enough grace. And I was on this road of where, well, I have to get everything done. I have all these deadlines, self-imposed or otherwise. For me, a lot of times they are exceedingly self-imposed. And that's something that I have to work on. But if some things don't get done, it's okay. Social media, if you are to put any stock in it at all, will have you convinced that if you don't emerge on the other side of this quarantine with an LLC, a new business, and all of these things, that somehow you've done something wrong. And what I have said to that is that we have to look at ourselves as individuals and we have to give ourselves what we need individually. I am a person that tends to take on many projects, but what I'm having to learn is that sometimes I overextend and to pull myself back. Even with school, schools have been in this state of new normal since March. But the reality of the situation is that schools haven't gotten a lot of guidance. So it's requiring ingenuity and patience and a lot of time on everybody's part. Some parents are working for forgiving or employers that are understanding in what it is that they need this time, and they're being granted that. Other people have had to place their kids in situations that they don't necessarily feel the safest about, but because they need to be able to feed them. None of these situations are ideal, and it's okay if you feel overwhelmed. It's okay to say you feel overwhelmed. It's okay to take a minute and to step back, because at the end of the day, nobody has the list of things that's going to make this okay. We're all trying to figure this out together. And one of the things that helps us figure out things together is talking about what didn't work and why it didn't work, so that we can try some new things and so that we can figure out this new normal together. Community is so important now, probably more so than it has been in a really long time. And that's just kind of where I want to start the conversation about grace and knowing when it's enough and giving yourself and others a pass. I hope to talk to you again soon.